presidential election. He made the declaration in a short broadcast shared via his Twitter handle after months of intense speculations. It was reported that Osinbajo at a dinner he hosted at the presidential villa for the breaking of a Ramadan fast yesterday informed the APC governors of his plan to succeed his boss, Muhammadu Buhari, whose tenure as president ends in 30 months' time.
Dear Nigerians, for the past 7 years, I have served as Vice President under a true Nigerian patriot, a servant of the nation in war and peace, and a man of integrity, President Muhammadu Buhari. We have, together, worked through some of the most difficult times in the history of our nation. I believe that the very reason why the Almighty God gave me these experiences, these insights, and these opportunities is that they must be put to the use of our country and its great peoples. Which is why I am today, with utmost humility, formally declaring my intention to run for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the platform of our great party, the All Progressives Congress.
Osinbajo, who turned 65 last month, is a senior advocate of Nigeria and a former lecturer at the University of Lagos. Meanwhile, supporters of the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, today gathered in Akure, the state capital, to celebrate his declaration to contest to be president in the 2023 general elections. Under the aegis of Osinbajo grassroots organization, the jubilant supporters said his public declaration of intention is long awaited as activities for the presidential poll gather momentum. Osrc's reporter Richard Elesomi reports.
Today, with utmost humility, formally declaring my intention to run for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The long-expected declaration from the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, was finally done in the early hours of Monday as the man declared his intention to run for the president. In his declaration speech, Osinbajo said he's gunning to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari, whose tenure ends next year. The expression of interest excites his supporters here in Ondo State under the aegis of Osinbajo organization gathered at the Akure City Hall to celebrate him as his aspiration for the presidential seat continues to change Nigeria's political space. Spearheaded by its coordinator, Ifeolu Fashoranti, the organization, basked in the euphoria of the movement, said Osinbajo has taken the best decision to aspire for the #1 seat.
I want to assure you that by the grace of God, by the time he becomes the driver behind the wheel of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that everything will be normalized.
Some key members of the organization, Demola Ijabi and a lawmaker, Suleiman Maito, said they will continue to root for the vice president because of his compelling antecedents and contributions to the Buhari administration, which they said have transformed the country's infrastructure landscape.
His pedigree is unequaled. So, he's youthful, he's energetic, and he's intellectual. And as you can see this morning, from the special strategy he used for releasing, for bringing himself out, he is technologically correct. He is technologically savvy. Having been practically involved with every policy, every steps that this government has taken, I'm very sure he has been aware of some of the areas that needed to be attended to. So it's not an issue that he will have to go back to drawing board.
Youths, women, non-indigenous and other stakeholders also agreed that Osinbajo's declaration has melted their hearts with joy.
Osinbajo has this environment anytime he has the opportunity to act for the president. He has this aura of peace.
The mobilization must begin. We must let the nation know what we want. We must let other youths know that they have to join the campaign.
Now that Professor Yemi Osinbajo has thrown his heart into the ring, these people here say they are determined to work hard for the actualization of his aspiration. Richard Leson, Osrc News.
In the meantime, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress (APC), Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, has met with some governors of the ruling party at the Kebbi State Governor's Lodge at Sukuru, Abuja. The meeting was held hours after Vice President Yemi Osinbajo officially declared his intention to vie for the presidential seat in the 2023 elections. The meeting followed a similar one Osinbajo held with the governors at his Aguda House residence on Sunday evening. The former Lagos State Governor, who also reacted to Osinbajo's declaration, said they met with the governors to collaborate on his 2023 ambition. Now, less than 1 year to Nigeria's general election, the enlarging course of aspirants declaring intention to contest for the top office of president is talking conversation on what benefits lie therein for electorate. Political watchers have described the scenario as one which will provide the best man for the office should political parties and electorates prioritize values, competence, and antecedents in making decisions. We'll take a break at this point. When we return, Ondo State governments restate commitments to workers' welfare. Do stay with us.
After a fruitful Ramadan day, replenish your body with the right nutrients. Make this your best Ramadan yet. Ramadan Kareem from Hollandia Dairy and Chivita Fruit Juice.
Glad to have you back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook Osrc TV Ondo, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. Civil servants in Ondo State have been assured that there will be no retrenchments in the state. The assurance was given by the head of service, Adeniro Adeyemo, at the ongoing promotion exercise for civil servants in Akure. The Powers reports that about 3,400 civil servants from level 13 and above are expected to partake in the promotion exercise.
All is now set for the promotion exercise for eligible officers in the management cadre in Ondo State Civil Service. The eligible officers converged on Department of Service Matters at the Governor's office to partake in the exercise. The Ondo State Head of Service, Mr. Adeniro Adeyemo, while addressing the officers, emphasized the importance of the exercise, stating that Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu is committed to the welfare of workers in the state, despite the current economic challenges confronting the state. Adeyemo enjoined civil servants to reciprocate Governor Akeredolu's gesture with diligence to their duties.
The promotion, like I said, will be thorough and strict this year. We are promoting officers to available positions, and like I told them, it will not lead to retrenchment. If peradventure an officer is not able to make it, that does not necessarily mean he will be will cease back out of the service. He will still remain where he is and compete another time. There will be opportunity for further competition to move forward.
The Permanent Secretary, Service Matters Department, Mr. Jimo Afolabi, and Acting Permanent Secretary, Civil Service Commission, Mr. Wole Akinkotu, said officers participating in the exercise who are tried and certified will not be hindered from attaining their elevation.
This one is for officers who we have tried and found qualified to move to the next higher grade, between grade level 13 and level 17 of the civil service of the state.
Statutorily, the Civil Service Commission is the organ of government that is responsible for promotion. So The SMC will make recommendation to us that the final determination lies with the Civil Service Commission. All those officers that will be recommended today for promotion to different level will still have to come or appear before the Civil Service Commission.
Participants lauded the government, noting that the move will motivate them to do more.
The interview has been very thorough, very, very thorough, to check officers' understanding of their job, the mandate of their ministries, and then general understanding of government business.
The exercise is expected to run for about 2 weeks. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
The management of Rosgiwa Polytechnic Owo has approved the declaration of Easter break, which commences today, Monday, 11th April 2022. A statement by the Director of Academic Affairs of the Polytechnic, Mr. Benga Demilui, said the break will end on Friday, April 22nd, 2022, while students are to resume on Sunday, April 24, 2022, for the continuation of academic activities on Monday, April 25, 2022. It added that the early commencement of the Easter break is to make students avoid the dangerous rush for transportation that characterizes both Easter and Christmas celebrations. The Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, Osrc Media Group, has congratulated the new leadership of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, in Ondo State. A statement by the Media Group Chairman and Chief Executive, Kunle Adebayo, said the emergence of Comrade Leke Adegbite as the chairman of the union did not come as a surprise. The statement confirmed that while Leke Adegbite served as the secretary of the union, he demonstrated capacity, character, and candor. Ms. Adebayo expressed confidence that Ondo NUJ, under the leadership of Leke Adegbite, will experience a positive leap in all areas of the union's interest. While also congratulating all the members of the executive on their emergence, OSRC Media Group believes that their track records of professionalism and probity will be an asset to the leadership team of the Ondo Council of the NUJ. In a related development, the management of Radio Nigeria Positive FM has felicitated 2 members of its staff, Leke Adegbite and Rotimi Akonde, on his election as NUJ chairman and Ratawu secretary. In a statement, Positive FM General Manager Olubunmi Olalere said the station is elated at the emergence of the 2 officers who she said have been well groomed with Radio Nigeria ambience of keeping to standard, professionalism and character. The statement expressed confidence that they're coming on board as key officers in the executives of the 2 notable unions in the media industry in Ondo State is a reflection of their dedication, commitment, resilience and loyalty to the cause of the labor force welfare. The Positive FM General Manager said she is confident that Leke Adegbite and Rotimi Akonde will render unprecedented quality and forthright leadership with foresight to both unions. Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress APC in Ondo State has congratulated the new leadership of the Nigeria Union of Journalists in the state, tasking the new executive to promote professionalism. Chairman of the party in the state, Ade Adetimehin, commended the succession process, saying it was rancor-free. In a statement by the Publicity Secretary of the party, Alex Kalejaye, the Ondo APC chairman described the new state NUJ boss, Comrade Leke Adegbite, as an active and experienced journalist who has what it takes to run a peaceful chapter. Adetimehin challenged the leadership to explore every legal means to stamp out the embarrassing issue of fake news and ensure journalists treat facts as sacred in the discharge of their duties of informing and educating the public. Food insecurity remains prevalent, particularly in Africa, while in Nigeria, malnutrition has resulted in deaths of many of its citizens. In this report, Joy Pius takes a look at the impacts of Ondo State government's partnership with the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, on ensuring food sufficiency in the state and engagement of youths through agriculture.
The Nigerian economy was initially described as an agrarian state, with agriculture serving as the mainstay of the economy. Aside providing food, it provides employment opportunities to a vast majority of unemployed citizens and serves as an avenue by which valuable foreign exchange is earned through the export of agricultural products. Different factors have led to the decay in the sector, ranging from urbanization, terrorism, and policies of government. Unfortunately, these have seriously affected food, cash crop, and animal production in the country. And to put an end to this challenge, the federal government has been engaging various agencies to nip the challenge in the bud. The government is currently partnering the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, an international financial institution and a specialized agency of the United Nations dedicated to eradicating poverty and hunger in rural areas of developing countries to improve agriculture. In Ondo State, about 100 communities across 10 local government areas, namely Owo, Akoko Southwest, Akoko Northwest, Akure North, Idonre, Ondo East, Irele, Eseodo, and Ileoluji, Okigbo, are targeted with 4,250 youths referred to as incubatees within the period of 6 years being empowered under established farmers known as incubators. 260 incubatees who are opportuned to partake in the training since 2020 and are fully certified have graduated and given startup capital to enable them stay independent. The beneficiaries shared perspectives on the impact of the project on their livelihood and food sufficiency in the state.
When I start my honey production, I start with 2 hives. But now today I'm having about more than 30 hives. The increase and the yield is very high. It's not what I can even measure.
So ìkan tó dẹ̀ mú mi ṣiṣẹ́ adìyẹ sísìn ni pé adìyẹ tó ń yẹ́yin ṣé èèyàn bá sin adìyẹ tó ń yẹ́yin èèyàn á rèrè ẹyin bẹ̀ tó bá tó àsìkò láti ta adìyẹ èèyàn á tún rí gé yẹn lọ́tọ̀ ju iṣẹ́ adìyẹ bọ́ìlà.
Yes, fish will bring money in our society. So around, if we started fishery now, around July now, we will gain a lot of money in fishery agriculture.
The state project coordinator of IFAD, Mr. Olawale Ademola, said agriculture cannot be neglected because food is compulsory for all, adding that the project was meant to enhance income, food security, job creation for rural youths and women through agricultural enterprise on a sustainable basis.
They have established their own means of livelihood in the area of farming enterprises, fish farming, poultry farming, cocoa farming, and cassava farming. And our target is 4,250 youths for a period of 6 years. So we have done 260. Then this year we are bringing in about 1,000 plus. So, going by that, food security is certain.
Achieving food security is central to reduction in starvation and hunger, as well as attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. Hence, all hands must be on deck to ensure its success. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
But still on efforts at ensuring food security, the United Nations Humanitarian Coordinator for Nigeria, Matthias Chmale, has said over 4 million Nigerians of the region are expected to face the severe pain of food insecurity in the approaching lean season. Chmale said this at an advocacy event held in Abuja on food security and nutrition in northeast Nigeria. He noted that over 8 million Nigerians would need humanitarian support in the northeast, while more than 4 million people face severe pain of food insecurity in the northeast. He, however, said up to $351 million is needed to provide humanitarian support for people in northeastern Nigeria. Now back to the story on declaration. Less than 1 year to Nigeria's general election, the enlarging costs of aspirants declaring intention to contest for the top office of president, his token conversation, and what benefit lie therein for electorate. Political watchers have described the scenario as one which will provide the best man for the office should political parties and the electorate prioritize values, competence, and antecedents in making decisions. Sahid Aribisala in this report beamed the searchlight on what many have tagged season of declaration.
The build-up to the 2023 general election has not fallen short of usual political happenings that characterize the race of previous elections of such magnitude. But one of the things that has become more pronounced is the spate and manner in which several politicians have been throwing their heart into the ring, indicating their interest to occupy the presidential seat. Rightly put, it's a season of declaration. From Khadija Okunu Lamidi, the first female to declare interest in the top seat, to former Senate President Anyim Pius Anyim, former Abia State Governor Oji Uzokalu, Kingsley Mogaolu, Dele Muhammadu, former Governor of Imo State Rochas Okorocha, former Senate President Bukola Saraki, National Leader of the All Progressives Congress Bola Tinubu, Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and most recently Vice President Yemi Osinbajo have hit the track, making the figure rise above 15 aspirants. For a legal practitioner, Subair Abiodun, it is a case of the more, the merrier.
It's the beauty of democracy, and in fact it shows a high level of advancement in our democracy. Unlike previous election where we only have to decide about just 4 or 5 persons, 5 aspirants in a party, and but now it's a huge number. We have opportunity to compare and contrast, particularly when it comes to their policy, their aspirations, their dreams for the country, and their plans. So I think citizens now, like never before, have opportunity to scrutinize the aspirants, to scrutinize the candidate that a party will be presenting.
Social commentator Abiola Obanoye noted that the large cost is indicative of the evolving democracy in Nigeria, and as such, the 18 political parties will not attempt to shove bad candidates down the throat of Nigerians.
The future of the nation called Nigeria is bleeding, so it requires men of potency and unique characteristics who can deploy sense and knowledge in 21st century economy in addressing and solving our problems. We don't need ordinary men to become Nigerian president, but some form of extraordinary men should emerge in this process. So this is just the beginning of running for Nigerian presidency, and we expect more men to join that. People will elect the best of them.
A veteran journalist, Mr. Oluwole Akimbo, said Nigerians must consider qualities such as integrity, credibility, good antecedents, among others, before deciding on their choice.
This is a time for Nigerians to look inward. I believe that the beauty of democracy needs to be properly harnessed this time around. And what is the beauty of democracy is an avenue for you to x-ray, for you to take a critical look at those who have really been given the opportunity. Do they really live up to the people's expectation? That is the question. And if they are not living up to the expectations, what are the yardsticks that you put in place to measure their performance? People are now telling a lot of stories, but let us, you and I, come together and fashion. Look for the best among the best. Among them. Let us look at their interests. The interest for their embedded environment, their hometown. From their hometown to the local government where they belongs to, from the local government to the state. Do they have anything to show at all before coming to say, I want to lead a larger country in Africa?
Ahead June the 3rd deadline from the Independent National Electoral Commission for the conduct of presidential primaries and deadline of timetable for indication and procurement of interest formed by political parties. The cost of intending aspirants may not be shrinking just yet. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
The sleepy community of Ute in Ose local government area of Ondo State came alive as it celebrated Ero, one of its most colorful festivals. Osrc's Kunle Ariyo reports that the festival, which aimed at celebrating old age, comes with spectacular rides and festivities that thrill participants and visitors.
Ero Festival comes with cultural pride of having attained the age of 70 years on earth, with contributions to the well-being of one's community in years past to show. It is a declaration that one has attained the status of a respected elder in Ute community. Ero Festival is observed every 5 years, a sign of respect and honor. Ero Grade is a stage of building the town and contributing one's quota to its development.
It's a way of graduating from peer groups. We start from one peer group to the other. We have about 16 peer groups.
This year's festival was dedicated to Egbe Dupe Ogundemeneha and Abusarumi.
It is one in town. We do it every five years. It is our turn. We call them Egbe Oke and Egbe Isale. We are doing it together. It will be 5 years' time before another thing will happen.
The new septuagenarians dressed gorgeously and converged on the palace of Olute Oba Oluwole Akinrogbe to celebrate the new feat with their loved ones. The elated celebrant thanked God and promised the adversary rose with a sense of commitment.
It's been a very, very great platform. You can see the whole community. Everyone is rejoicing. You can see happiness. You can see reunion of the whole Ute sons and daughters. So many visitors has come out to celebrate this Ero Festival. It's a great platform. And
these events gives development to the town. People are building houses for their father, for their mother, for their parents. It gives development to the town, and we are grateful for that.
Guests including Olumoru of Imoru, Oba Oluwarotimi, Oba Muagun, charged the celebrant to use their new role of leadership to the advantage of the community.
They are today leaders, they are today advisors to the community, to the country. So that is what we are celebrating.
The Olute Oba Oluwole Akinrogbe called on sons and daughters of the community to close ranks for the development of Ute. He charged the celebrant to always come up with quality advice that can better transform Ute community.
They should love each other. Give the children sound education, without which program will begin to endure. But with sound education, love, unity, we go.
Ero Festival is the most colorful traditional festival of Ute community. The celebration embraces every citizen of the town irrespective of sex, age, religion and belief. Its basic significance is to promote unity, peace, social cohesion and love among indigents. Kunle Ariyo, Osrc News.
Before we go tonight, let's remind you that the Ondo State government has reassured civil servants of its commitments to their welfare. And Vice President Yemi Osinbajo today declared officially his presidential ambition come 2023. That's the news. Thank you for watching. Good night.